Hello everyone, Key of W here with Islands of Insight for another round of just doing some puzzles. Not sure how I got up here, but the way down, of course, without hurting ourselves, is to warp out. I'm going to warp here, and I'm going to go to this other quest. There were two quests added in the new mod update. One of them over here I've already done. This one I haven't, so that is our goal today. We're going to do that one, and depending on how long it takes, we'll do some other puzzle solving. Of course, what would this be without an immediate distraction? Okay. There we are. And there's one in those trees here. How about around the back side of the rock? I would imagine there's something back here, but I could be mistaken. How about at the top of this rock? Wouldn't that be nice to hide here or up on top of these? There's got to be a reason the sphere goes so high. Look how high it goes. Oh. Alright, hello, Arch. Aha! So we'll grab this piece, and then I'll do my little trick of solve a different puzzle while the bubble shrinks. So we need to connect all dark cells, and we have darts count the color. Well, that's solved. So this is solved. Connect all dark cells. Yeah, it has to be this one. Like that. Yes, it's strange. Alrighty, let's see. Where this bubble's going. It's gonna be on this edge somewhere. Seems like, because that's the part of the bubble that's not really moving. Here, let's clean this. Gets out of my way. I still think there should be something up high, because the sphere started out really... No, it's coming down. Oh, you got me. Alright, the quest is roughly this direction. It's kind of between Autumn Falls and Verdant Glen. Seems like that is where I'm going. Oh, it gave me another quest. I want those quests out of my way. Something on the other side of the rock, maybe? Tell you what, let me solve this beautiful ring puzzle. Where'd it go? There's a ring puzzle. Is it this one? No. There's a ring puzzle here. There we are. Where am I supposed to stand for this guy? I don't think this one's solvable here, because these randomly load in spots where rings can load in, and I think it loaded one that I need the viewpoint to be somewhere I can't stand. That's okay. We'll get it another time. So let's look on top of the rock, because I haven't done that yet. There we go. Okay, so this quest is this direction, looking down just in case. Yeah, a little more this way. So it might be actually on the other side of this house. Oh, hold on. It's probably down here. Yeah, it's down here. Deceptive Whispers, seeking the truth. Solve 10 logic grids and both pillars of insight. So one symbol is lying. Okay. Okay. Two symbols are lying. Oh no, one symbol is lying. Well, this still has to be a dark cell. This can't be a light cell because then this is also lying. So this is the lying cell. 7 symbols are lying? But doctor, there are 7 symbols here. Okay, so the 2 is lying. Exactly 1 symbol per dark area? How is this? That's how you do it. That's such a troll. I like it. 15 symbols are lying. Hold on. This? No, because there's 15 of them. That is interesting. Nah, the 14 though. Okay, so hold on. If I make this, now all of them are lying. This is 15 lying symbols though, right? Exactly 1 symbol per dark area, exactly 1 per light area. Okay. So I think it's just a checkerboard then. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what's going on now. I was really confused there. 1 symbol is lying. The 10. 1 symbol is lying. No 2 dark areas of the same shape and size. Same with light areas. All dark regions of area 2. Sure. 1 symbol is lying. It's going to be one of the 2s. It's going to be this 2. Okay. Do we get the same stuff here? 2 symbols are lying. It's going to be this one. 1 symbol is lying. That one. 1 symbol is lying. It's going to be the 6. 1 symbol is lying. Let's make it the 2. 1 symbol is lying. It's going to be the 9. It has to be. 1 symbol is lying. It's got to be one of the arrows, because no matter what, we're in trouble. So it's got to be this one. 3 symbols are lying. All numbers are off by 1. All light regions have area 1. All light regions have area 1s. That means they all have an area of 2. Because they're off by 1. Oh no, it doesn't matter. All light regions have area 1. So it doesn't matter that they're all off by 1. Gosh, 2 symbols are lying. All numbers are off by 1. Okay. This is an interesting development. 1 symbol is lying. All dark regions of area 2. Exactly 1 per light area. So I think this symbol is lying here. How do I make it work, though? This direction? Yeah. Yeah, okay, hold on. What if this 5 is lying, we have to do this. I can put it here, I can put it there. It's fine. 15 symbols are lying. How many symbols do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 19 symbols. But this is supposed to be an easy one. Okay, so this is obviously a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. Those have to be. This has to be a lie. So we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are lying. We know this one's lying. And this one. 6, 7, 8, 9. So these 9 for sure are lies. I already know that one's lying. No squares. There we go. Let's start with this stuff out here. No squares. That might just automatically solve this puzzle for us. Yeah. Okay. 15 symbols are lying. Okay, these are all lying. Connect all dark cells, though, and all light cells. That means we have to go around this way. So I think that's what we do here. Okay. 3 symbols are lying. Exactly 1 symbol per light area. So we still can't connect them. So it has to be these 3. Alright. Lying symbols. And a 3-star lying symbol? Oh boy. Is it my birthday here? 2 symbols are lying. Connect all light cells. These 2 are lying. All dark regions of area 1, so it won't be this one. To connect this without it being a lie. Yeah. 1 symbol is lying. Only 1. Which one will it be? That's fine. Why is this not immediately freaking out? Which one? Well, I could decide that you're telling the truth here. All I know is symmetry. Why is it not immediately detecting that we can't make this symmetrical? Well, these actually have to be true because otherwise they'd both lie. So it's in the dark cells somewhere that we have the liar. So that... It's going to be dark cell. That's fine. Ah. Oh, hold on. No matter what. Here we go. Here are our lying cells. Here we go. We gotta have a liar, one of these 2. So let's work on making sure none of these lie. Oh, I see. Because this symmetry isn't connected to that one. I'm so stupid. So yeah, we have to have a symmetry here. Which means we gotta have that. That's gonna block it off. So we can do this just fine so far. Uh-huh. These have to go like so. And then those can't connect. Same with that. Means we do have to do it this way. Okay. These are all telling the truth. That's the liar. Okay. Interesting. 7 symbols are lying. It's got to be these 2 for sure. No way around it. The only thing we know is that. The 9 has to be a liar as well, no matter what. So what thing is it going to be? No matter what... No, these don't have to be lies. 7 symbols are lying. This could be one of the liars. If it was not one of the liars, we'd have to make this happen. Automatically makes that a liar. No to this. Okay, hold on. This is a liar. Let's make it. What if that's a light cell? I'm just thinking, what if this cell is not the liar? Uh-huh. 5 lying cells. Sure, that's it. I don't know. That one just kind of feels like a trial and error puzzle. Doesn't really feel like you can logically suss that one out. All numbers are off by 1. Connect all dark cells. Exactly 1 symbol per light area, and 4 symbols are lying. So these all have to be lying cells. Can I just do that? All numbers are off by 1. But now they're not lying, so they do in fact need to be 2s. Okay. 1 symbol is lying. Won't be the A's. The A's do in fact have to connect, which means they're not going to connect here, because then we'd have 2 lying symbols. This could be the 1 lying symbol. It's not going to go through here, so the A is going to come through this direction. In fact, this is going to be our lying symbol, so that's the only one that can be lying. Oh. Like so. 1 symbol's lying. It's going to be all numbers are off by 1. It's going to be this one. 1 symbol's lying. Now 2 of them are lying. Now all of them are lying. Ah, we can do it that way. That's cool. Okay, solve all 22 logic grids is the way out of this one. Connect dark cells. Okay, so 2 symbols are lying. One of these 2. Let's say this one. There we go. So everything down here. 2 symbols are lying. Let's make these ones not lie. This would make 3 symbols. So this is one of the lying symbols. This is the other one. Alright. Anything else? This for Pipper. 1 symbol's lying. Exactly 1 symbol per dark area. One of these 2 is lying, because they both cannot be true. Uh-huh. So we could do it this way, right? This will not work. So I think this also has to be a dark cell. Okay, so this, if I decide to do this, this is the lying cell. So this one isn't lying. This is possible. This can't connect to anybody, so it does in fact have to be a white cell. These all have to be white cells. Alright, hold on. They're both lying. This, okay, this can't be right then. This can't be it. If this is a dark cell, we are forced. They gotta connect this somehow to somebody, so it's gotta be a light cell. Hold on. Then what is this connected to? Okay, so I think we do have to connect these and make this pattern. That's for sure. Yeah, this is what we have to do. Okay, that's it. That was tricky. Let's grab some of you up here. 3 symbols are lying, no squares, connect all dark cells. Which 3? This has to be a lie. But the rest of these, I don't see an obvious lie. Let's see. Let's try... do this. No squares does mean we'd have to do some fun stuff here. Because this one is the lie. So I think I want all these to be true. Maybe the 4s... So I've got to fix this. So what if I fix it here? Now this 4 is a lie. If this 4 is a lie, then all of these have to be true. Now if I do this, there's no way to make this 4 not a lie. So we have the square issue again. We could also do that. And now let's make some lies here. Yeah, let's make some lies there. Two symbols are lying, exactly 1 symbol per light area. So how do I make 2 symbols lie? I can make the 5 here just fine. No, we can't, because we can't connect them to each other. So maybe the 6s are lies? I don't know. This is pretty easy to keep out. Maybe one of the 6s isn't a lie? So we can do... It's the only way to make this 6 not a lie. We could do... No. Let's try again. 3 of these. 4 of them must be telling the truth. This 3 you can just do. We can bring the 6 over here. I feel like I want to make one of these 6s not a lie. Take advantage of the space. Any way to get this 6 without... Is there any way this 2 can work? No. Because if we make this 2 here, the 6 has nowhere to go. Makes the 6 a lie. But how would I make this 6 be true? So definitely dark cell here. If the 2 comes down, this 6 also is a lie. So how do I get this 6 to be true? Like so. And now both of these 5s have to be true? No, just one of them does. There we go. That's it. These are tricky. Can't say this is my favorite, but I don't hate it. We don't want to connect these. 1 symbol's lying. So... I'm trying to get 13. This one could be a lie. No, no matter what I do, the second 13 is the lie. Hmm. Or 15. One symbol per light area. Okay, so one of the 13s is a lie? Like, what if it's this one? That can't happen now, unless... No, I think we definitely want... That's, I got 12. Yeah. How do I? I try to do the 3 here. Like so. There's no way to do this. So I think if I bring it this way. Any way to make this the correct 13? And this one's the lie. This 13 would have to be true, though. I think this has to be the lie. There's no way this 13 comes around if this 3 is... Right? Yeah, I think this guy has to be the lie. Oh, that's it right there. That's the puzzle. Oh gosh, that's a good one. One symbol's lying. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 13 by 11. That's going to give us 143. Dear me. All dark regions of area 2. That would do that. Exactly one symbol per light area. Oh, if this is telling the truth, then we're in trouble. This is your lying symbol. So this one has to be telling the truth. These all have to be telling the truth here. These have to be telling the truth. Now, I want to separate these. No. This is 91. That's 94. So let me get this. Oh, there we go. Worked out in my favor pretty well. One symbol is lying. Holy crap. Don't make squares. This pattern connect all dark cells. Well, let's start by assuming these are all telling the truth and see where we run into trouble. Connecting dark cells is going to force us to do this. We're also forced here. Ah, hold on. If this is telling the truth, and this is telling the truth, this would be our liar, if this is the case. So let's operate with that in mind. No squares. We can't do that. So this guy's true. This one's lying. This one's lying. Okay. No squares. No squares. Okay. Can he though? Because if we do that, yeah. So we definitely have to block that. There. Interesting. We've done 18 out of 22. Where are the rest? Oh, they're up higher. This is interesting. Is there an easier way up? Do I just take this path? 4 stars, huh? How about no to that? 3 stars, 4 stars. I see 3 left of 4. Another one? A 2-star. Let's do that one. This might be the whole video, is this section. Okay. 11 symbols are lying? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's all 11, so these are all lying. No squares connect dark cells, 1 symbol per light area. So these are in fact dark, but they have to be lies. These cannot connect. These cannot connect, those cannot connect. But this must be a lie. Dark cells must all connect. This can be dark just fine. Okay, we're good here. This is going to have to be... This is fine. Because if not, we would be forced. So we are, in fact, going to do... Oops. That. We would have to do this, but if we have this... This is fine, I guess. I don't know for sure. Well, if we took this to be a dark cell, we would have to make at least one of these light cells. We could do it this way. Hold on. Yeah, we would be forcing ourselves in pretty tight. So I think we could do both like this. No. I feel like we just have to bite the bullet. Make this our... But this still has to get all the way to the 2. No, we're fine here. Those are all now correct. There we are. Interesting. Okay, how about you right up here? Let's see if this doesn't take me 45 minutes to solve. Only one symbol's lying, but we do have to connect all dark and light cells. So I'm going to operate as if they're all telling the truth to start. And see where that gets us. Is there anything obvious like these definitely have to be liar cells? If we're operating as if both of these are true, then the 7 does have to move down this far. And then 4, 5, 6. No matter what, it's got to go to the side at least once. This now. Can only move to the side one more space. This would be possible. No. This can't go down because then we have a checkerboard. So it would be this. So one and only one of these two. If this were it, that'd be fine. If it was here, that would also be fine. That's a doable thing to say. You can only really go one any direction here. So that's the furthest we can go down or up. Oh. Which means I have to move over at least one that way. I have to move at least one that way. But I could just clean that out. Well, the 6 has to move up and down one more space than the 5. Huh, I actually think there's no way to do this section without a lie. This middle bit. And the reason is, let's take these out for a second, that the 7 and the 8, the 8 has to move one more space up or down than the 7 does, but the 5 has to move up or down one fewer space than the 6. So these two is where the lie is going to be. One of those. So we still have this because the 7 must go. The 2, I don't know about the 8 and the 7, so I'm not going to worry too much about this. The 2 still cannot go down. So these for sure are correct because the lie is somewhere here. The 7 could go. If we decided to put a dark cell here, we would have to do this. We'd have to make this work, which means the 3 would also be finished, and we'd have a checkerboard. Therefore, that's a light cell. We do know that much. Now, if this is a dark cell, this still has to be a light cell, and we have a checkerboard. So actually, this has to be a dark cell. Because that's a light cell. That's a light cell. We cannot have checkerboards. That's our 7. So we cannot do anything else with that. 3 is going to connect somewhere. Not sure how yet. So the thing with the lies, this could be any number. So I don't know yet about this. The 6 and the 7. The 7 is going to have to move to the side, left or right, one more space than the 6 does. We don't know how yet. Connect all dark cells will force this piece out. You can do squares just fine, which is good, so this can still be a light cell. Actually, can we do... No. Gotta be dark cell somewhere here. Oops. If this is a dark cell, then this has to be. If this is a light cell... If this is a light cell, this is a dark cell. This is a dark cell, that's a dark cell. Therefore, that is a dark cell. Now to get the 6 to work out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It forces it down, which clears out the 2. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to come down at least this far. It can't go here. So the 6 is complete. So is the 3. The 4 is complete. This has to come out. No checkerboards. Who cares about what 5 and 8 say yet? One of them is correct, but we don't know which one. The 6 would be done here if we made that a light cell, but I'm not sure yet. If this is a dark cell, it's a light cell. If this is a dark cell, that's a light cell. Is there any way that's a dark cell? No. So that is a light cell. There's no way this is a... So that is how we're going to do this. Can't have a checkerboard, so we're finished here. This actually is how the only way we can do this down here. And again, I don't really care about 5 and 8. I gotta figure out which one of them's lying. Now, if I did this, I have all 7. I would be forced to do something else drastic there. Actually, hold on. There we go. If I made this a dark cell and said, screw it, you're lying, how is this going to go now? I would have to connect all the way up here, I think. You'd be in trouble. Therefore, this does have to be a light cell. This is, in fact, the forced move. The 6 then can connect here, or it could connect that way. Either way, the 5 is now the liar. So the 8 must be true. Oh, hold on. We're in trouble down here. Trouble in paradise. The 6 could be the liar. Nope. If I do this... Now the 5 is in trouble. The 7 could be the liar, but then how on earth am I going to do any of this stuff? Because the 5 can't connect up here. Therefore, it has to move out at least one. So maybe the 7 is the liar. In which case, we're here. Oh, neat. That's a cool puzzle. I like that one. That was a fun little puzzle. 2 more left. I think we're going to do these 2 and call it a day. We'll see. 1 symbol's lying. So once again, we have to figure out which one has to be lying, but I'll start by assuming they're all telling the truth. Is there any way that this is a lie? Because I could be... hold on. Is there any way to make these true? So perhaps I went down this way. We would have trouble here. So, is there any way... I'm trying to see if there's any way to make these true. If this is... Now we have to do that as well. So we would have to set up ourselves this way. Connect all light cells would force us to be... so there's a lie in here. Somebody's lying in this set of 2s. So the 7s are not, the 4 is not. 7 now has to move up that far. This 7 can't go here. It could, because this 2 could be lying. Can this 2 be lying? Because if this is the case, these are both true, and we can't connect these in any way. Yeah, it can still be true. What if this is it? What if this is it? What if the light cell goes between the 7 and the 2? Well, there's got to be something blocking up here. I don't care about the 2 anymore. I can do whatever I want with that. What would I gain from this? I'm definitely connecting all light cells. Now, if this were the light cell, we would have to move over this way, which means now the 7 has to come up further. The 7's still good to go all the way. This cannot go here, so now we actually have to fill in completely. Uh-huh. This can't go all the way, so let's go that far. Connecting all light cells. Ah, there we go. So let's go back. Here. Gonna be a bit of a jog. Okay, let's try this out. If this doesn't work, then this has got to be a dark cell. Over here. I've only seen 4 out of the 10. 6, 7. We could have this scenario with a dark cell there. Actually, if we have a dark cell here, we have a light cell there. Can we have a light cell in both of these spots? Is it even possible? I don't know. No. Not in both of those spots. So that's a light cell? It could still be a dark cell like that. No. That's a light cell. Which means that's a dark cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's got to go that way. This would then be finished and work there. Okay, so let's go all the way back. That's a dark cell. Cool, now we know. And we have to fill these in. Doing this, yeah, that's got to be a light cell. There's no way out of that. So this has to be a dark cell. That's got to be there. One of these two, not sure which. This is going to be a dark cell just fine. If this is a light cell, then we have to have the truth here, right? This might just work out. That might just work out. That's the one that's the lie. Excellent. Last, but certainly not least, because it is in fact the most difficult one on the board, 8 symbols are lying. Okay. And it looks like it's going to be one of each of these sets, because these can't all be true. And we just can't make patterns with the black cells to do anything. What if I said the 7's the lie? Is there any way I can tell which one of each? Like, sure. Make this the simplest, smallest case. Because we got to do something with this. Actually, what's fun is, how do we make this set work? We can do it that way. Don't exactly know what I'm doing here, but this would be a problem. Oops. Is this even wise? Does anyone of us even know? Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, so what am I doing? If this moves out, it can't go down, because there's no way it's ever going to get out of there, so we would have an issue. I think this has to move down. I think the best shot is coming around this way, right? The best shot of this one is also coming around this way. We can go here. 5. Is this it? This is it. Oh my gosh, that wasn't actually that hard. Wow. That is interesting how the 2 4-star puzzles turned out to be pretty easy. Yeah? That was actually a really good enclave. It was just an interesting rule. Took it about as far as it can go, because the thing about doing a lot of puzzles where the things are lying is eventually that would get unwieldy, because toward the more difficult ones, it does feel like I'm just kind of guessing. So you don't want to go too far, or it is just guessing games. And I don't really like the puzzles where it feels like I'm just guessing. Let's head over this way. There's going to be some puzzles I haven't done out this way for a while. I'm going to work for another 5 or so minutes. You know what I mean? Might as well clear out what I can when I can. Alrighty. Well, the only red one is here and then blue. So let's get the yellow's in place. I don't think I need to move that. Let's get this in place. Is there any way to get the green and the blue in place? I feel like I need to get them more synced up like this and then take care of the blue. That wasn't too bad. How about this one here? This does not look fun at all. Let's get the blue and the red now. Well, let's get the red in place. And then I gotta get red and the cyan in place. There we go. And that blue and green just have to get in place. There we go. Oh. Oh. He's trying to trick me with that one. Oh. Guys. The mighty balls. Alright. Is that another one? That's another phasic tile. Get as many of these out of the way as we can, honestly. I hear the cube. I hear it. Don't tell me. So let's get this blue one out of the way first, because I got a lot of other reds. Let's get the yellow. I do need to get the green with the red, too. Now I actually need the blue. Crap. So, 1, 2, 3, can I ever get... No, I need blue and green to be on the same cycle. Now they're on the same cycle. So, that's not great. Hold on one. Now let's get the green here. And then what I can do is cycle... No, I need all of these on the same cycle. So I actually need this here, and then I need to... Oh, no. Can I get green and blue on the same cycle out of here? It's going 4 spots. To the same place. Is there any way? Oh, damn. This is how you do it. Okay. That's not fun. Where are you? Sounds like it's right here. I'm out of bounds when I do that? Hold on. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Ah, there's the other one. Alright, connect dark and light cells. Okay, dark and dark. So if we had a light cell, we'd have to go around this way. But if we had a light cell here, we'd have to go around this way. Well, let's start with light has to come out this direction. Can't have any checkerboards, which means light comes out. So these are all dark. Uh-huh. No checkerboards. It's going to force our hand there. And there and there. there any way to get this out? Doesn't look like it. This seems like the move, but then this needs to get up one more space. But then this needs to be down here. Is there any way? No, it seems like the only way is to get this out of the way. We can bring this around. This piece will never move to the right of here. So the only option is to get this up. But now, how does this piece get out? How does this piece get around? This piece can go around like so, and now we're solved. Oh, right, there's some presets here I haven't done. I don't really have time to do them all, so we're going to do something else. I'll just have to remember this later. Touch 10 flow orbs. Oh, dear. That's where it is. Hold on. I gotta start up here. Yeah. Alright, that's good enough for me. Got ourselves a level up, too. Way of Wonder or something like that? Is that one of those trails I got? Way of Wonder. Ooh, that's cool. Let's purchase something, though. Let's purchase some wings. Let's purchase something, markings, maybe. I'm trying to think of something I can purchase that's really expensive, because I have a bunch of sparks now. Okay, maybe hold on to it for the 20,000 ones. Nice. Let's take care of this and make... No, it's gotta go the other way, I think. Not sure how. Somewhere in this world? This really looks like I'm close. Maybe a different set? There doesn't seem to be enough spirals here. How do I make more spirals? This seems like it's a little closer. It's hard to tell what direction to move the mouse. Damn. It's annoying as hell. Once again, not enough of the spirals, but it's hard to know what direction to move the mouse because it's not corresponding at all. And it's something that is impossible to learn. It just is. Because, you know, like, okay, there's certain types of puzzles where, like, they reverse your controller. Imagine that. Every time you press left, you go right. At a certain point, you'll just learn that. But imagine that every single level you do has a different arrangement of what the controller does. So down, maybe? No? Left, right, up, down, up, right, left. I can't tell here. Every level is a different arrangement for what the controller does, and So you can't learn what to do with each puzzle because, like, I don't know what direction I'm pressing. Like, I'm dragging my mouse around to get this. Like, this feels like it's somewhat close to it, but apparently not. There's too many tendrils? Like, how do I determine what I'm doing here? Like, this is the wrong shape in the center. Ugh. Frustrating, not in a good way. I don't know why I chose to end the video with this. This is terrible. I hate this puzzle. I hate every single one of them. There has not been a single morphic fractal that I've done and been like, that's actually really fun. The best ones were the ones in the Isle of Curiosities or whatever, Archipelago of Curiosities. But those were only better because they weren't the most awful thing I've ever played. That was it. Feels like I'm closer with this, but it's still the wrong shape. And now I'm lost because I can't, when I move the mouse to where I think it's going to go, it doesn't move the direction I think it's going to move. It would also help if I could see the mouse cursor while I'm doing this, but I can't. So. Let's get the piece here, maybe? Okay. See, I can't tell why that won. Oh, good grief. Let me wash the taste of that out of my mouth with something else. Here, how about this? Huh? I think I'm going to go all the way around on this one. Yeah. Sweet. Not doing that. That'll ruin my day. We'll end the video here. Whew, at least that was a fun one. Thanks everyone for watching. Now we've taken care of all of the new quests and enclaves from this thing. Actually, the enclave I didn't finish. I just got the main quest of it done. I can go back there sometime. But yeah, otherwise we've looked at quite a lot of new material from this mod. I've been enjoying it. It's kind of revitalized my feelings toward the game, so it's not as much of a slog as we find more puzzles to do. But anyway, that'll be all for today. You all have a good day. I'll see you when we get back, and goodbye.